How you doing? This is Black Shy Guy here, and we're here to talk about the results. The results. I'm telling you, of UFC 263. It was odd, kind of exciting, and I don't know. I basically was perfect. I mean, I would say I was 1.5 because I really didn't pick someone for the Diaz Edwards result. So that in a way, I don't know, in a way, I didn't pick a winner there. I just said I hope it's a good fight. I hope basically that Nate Diaz could come back in his fullest form. And he wasn't in his fullest form. The form that he was in was his tough form, which he can always take a hit. But Diaz got dominated for the majority of the fight. He got dominated. He was like not that he looked bad. He didn't look bad either. He just got dominated. Edwards was not in the least at all in danger of Diaz at all until the last round when Diaz caught him with a good one. And I believe it was the last round, or was it the fourth? But I forgot. It was the last round, right? Oh my God, Alzheimer's. But anyway, he caught him with one, and Diaz didn't even push though. Diaz did the pointing, laughing Stockton style laugh that he does on his opponents. And then he started to press in. But if he would have pressed in hard and go after Edwards, Diaz would have won that fight right there, I believe so. But it is what it is. But Diaz didn't come out with the win, as you can see. I don't know what's left for Diaz. I don't know. I really don't know what's left for Diaz. But as we heard from Dana White, Edwards is still not the number one contender. It's still Colby. Colby's still the number one contender. So I guess Edwards has to win another one. And the way he's fighting, I'm sure he will. Because Edwards is on a dominant streak. He's just in the groove. I mean, he just let down his defense in that last round when Diaz caught him with that nice good one, and he actually almost went down. He went all the way back to the cage when he felt that. You know what I mean? But hey, he got the win. Diaz also proved that he's still the baddest motherfucker in the planet. And that was not a boring fight at all. But let's get to the Adesanya Vettori fight. All right. Man, I'm telling you, when Vettori said, right, that he learned a couple of things and that he's gonna come with it and that he's gonna surprise a lot of people with what he learned and that he progressed. Yes, he did learn a lot. He did. You know what I mean? With his head movement, it was fantastic. His head movement was really good. You know what I mean? But damn, dude. Damn. You got to hug up on Adesanya that much. I know you wanted to prove that your grabbles got better. I know you wanted to prove that. But you had to hug Adesanya that much. That much. I mean, and then Adesanya wasn't even in danger. Adesanya, I have to admit, wow. His grapple defense has gotten top notch. And against a person like Vettori, whose grapple is really good, Adesanya has proven to us last night that his grapple defense has shot to the stratosphere compared to his last fight. I mean, that takedown Vettori did the first time, and when Adesanya got up, and then he was in the reverse position, his back towards Vettori. And even after that, he still wasn't in danger. He spinned out. Adesanya has shut my mouth up, man. I mean, in every single takedown, Adesanya was superb in his defense. And everybody look out. Because if Adesanya's ground takedown defense has gotten that good and at a steady pace, at a consistent basis, he is going to be dangerous. Dangerous, because that was his weakness. was takedowns. You can take him down, but now you can take him down, and it also you exert a lot of energy taking him down. For him to just escape easily, that's gonna be a problem for a lot of opponents. That's gonna be a lot of problem for a lot of opponents. And Adesanya just clowned him. Just was clowning Vettori. Yes, a lot of people were saying it's a boring fight. This fight is not exciting. Oh my God, I don't know why I'm watching this fight, etc. I mean, because there was a lot of hugging. Even Adesanya said it in his press conference, which is I'm about to go through it with you guys a little bit. That he wasn't excited for the result of that fight. He said he wanted to hit him more. He wanted to go after him more. But I love the press conferences. I rewatch him a lot. You know what I mean? But Adesanya was not impressed with that result. Even though he won, he wasn't impressed with the result. You know what I mean? The defensive coach of Vettori obviously showed him a lot of defensive techniques when it comes to boxing, and it showed. You know what I mean? And it showed. Both fighters' faces don't look that much damage at all, because obviously we know Adesanya got the sway moves, and we know Vettori now he looks really dangerous for other opponents. To me, not for Adesanya. Adesanya is, to me, is above his class. You know what I mean? Vettori is not a bad fighter. Is that Adesanya is above his class. You know what I mean? And now that Adesanya's defensive takedowns has improved tremendously, Vettori cannot beat the guy. He's not a threat to the guy at all. Vettori should just wait till Adesanya loses the belt to someone else. Because no matter how good you are, there's always going to be someone better later on in the future. And Vettori is not it. He's not better than Adesanya. He never will be better than Adesanya. But let's go. Let's go to the press conference and let's see what Adesanya had to say furthermore about this fight. And as you can see, hit the like button if you really like this video. Hit the subscribe button and bell notification for any upcoming new videos. Thanks for sitting at my table. Let's check this out. Woo! Let's go. I think I'm double miking there. I think I was double miking. Wow. Let's see.
Sorry, I mean pizza. It's good though.
Take your time.
Yeah. Yeah, vintage me, definitely. Just having fun. I did have fun in there, I'll say that.
Yeah. You got a chance to show your wrestling a little bit. You got a chance to show your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well. I'm curious, I mean, do you enjoy getting to show those kind of sides of you, or would you prefer to never even have to get to those moments?
I do want to show. I want. There was a point. I think there was my favorite bit of the fight actually so far was when he thought he had a rear naked choke, and he probably got excited like
that was so good. That was so good.
And then I wasn't even bothered. I wasn't threatened, and I turned it on him.
Yep.
I put my hand on his neck. You know, like that X-rated shit when you choke someone, you just look him in the eyes. And I saw it as I swear to God, I saw a soul leave his eyes. I saw it, and I said to him, "You're scared, aren't you? You're scared, aren't you?" I said that to him. Find the tape. And I felt very powerful in that moment, just taking the soul away. But he's tough. I'll give him that. He's tough. But yeah, that moment for me was very powerful because I took hope away from him.
I was gonna say, I mean, you guys haven't had the greatest relationship over the years, but did he earn your respect a little bit? I mean, he took a lot of damage tonight.
Taking damage doesn't equal earning respect, but do I respect him? That's a good question, John. Do I respect? I don't know, because even at the end of the fight, I was like, you can at least say I won that one. He's like, what? This one? I was like, are you serious? He's like, I won that. I'm like, oh, no, we can't. I just, Eric Hartman mentality, man. It's just, you got to believe your own bullshit sometimes, but hey.
When you can admit that you lost the fight, even though it's pure maniacal evidence that you lost the fight, then there's something wrong with you. If Vettori can admit that he also lost this fight, even after he goes back home and reviews the tape, then I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to tell him. You need therapy. You need a psychiatrist. I don't know what you need, but you definitely lost this fight.
Like I said, I'm believing my own hype. wow. After that, and he thinks he won, who's believing what hype?
I was gonna say, it looked like, usually we see guys come together and kind of bury the hatchet at the end of it. That's not what happened.
I told him, the first thing I said was like, hey, I don't like you and you don't like me, but this is martial arts at the end of the day. Have some respect. So, yeah, I mean, he better respect me. I just want him to, just after my last fight, I wouldn't say who, but certain people thought I won that fight. Certain people, in my camp thought I won that fight. But I was just like, nah, it was close, but I'll take the L from that one, and I'll grow. I will learn. If I wanted to have his mentality, I would hold on to that, and I would keep going after Jan and trying to it's so stupid. That's not how you grow. How you grow is you learn from your mistakes. You go back to the drawing board and you improve. You become better from them. Losses are part of life. Losses make you better. Just I don't know where this whole mentality comes from. That you took a loss and that's it, you're over. But nah, it's part of life. Take it and let it improve you.
Exactly. Vittori kept throwing at him, you lost your last couple of fights or whatever. But as he can see, as Vittori and everybody else can see, Adesanya got 10 times better off those losses. He got 10 times better off those losses. And those losses was above his class, his weight, and not his class, his weight. You know what I mean? So to top it off, he wasn't even comfortable in that weight. So, I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses for Adesanya, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? He improved off those fights. As you can see, his takedown defense was ultimate. Rear naked choke, wasn't even worried. Let's go.
So my advice to him would be just look yourself in the mirror tonight. Maybe not tonight. Give it a week. Let things settle down. Look yourself in the mirror and be like, look, Israel is better than you. Israel is better than you. Izzy's way better than you. You couldn't do shit to him. But I'm going to get better from this. And I swear to you, his next fight, he'll improve if he does the work right. But you have to you got to let it go. You got to let it go.
Yeah. Last thing for me, it's clear the next fight, right?
I mean, is he wrong? Is he wrong? He's not wrong. If Vittori could look himself in the mirror and say, I got beaten in that fight. My only change around in this fight is I went for the grapple way too much. He went for the grapple way too much. After you went for the grapple a couple of times, 3-4 times, and you see that Adesanya's defense was just up there in par with your grapple techniques, and you didn't resort to something else to try to take over the fight, then that's on you. And for you to look yourself in the eye and say, I got out-tacticked in that fight. He outfought me in that fight. If I have an opportunity to fight him again, because the third time after you lost the first 2 fights, it's very hard. Dana White is not going to pull the trigger on something like that. So you got to go on an ultra streak for you to fight Adesanya again. But for you to get there and to finally have the opportunity to fight Adesanya for the 3rd time, you have to admit to yourself you got outfought in the first 2 fights. And even Adesanya, who won the first fight and the second fight dominantly, in my opinion, still says that he wasn't happy with his own performance. And he won.
Even Dana came in here tonight and said, yes, the rematch with Whittaker, that's the fight that needs to happen next. I guess the key is, where can it happen and when can it happen? I mean, it's tough for us to know. I know you want to have it in Auckland, but who knows when that might could happen. So, I mean, is there a date circled on the calendar? Do you sit out and wait until it's okay to fight in Auckland? What's the plan?
I don't wait around. You know me. This is my 3rd fight in 9 months. I don't fucking wait around like the rest of these guys or the rest of these champions who talk about being active. I don't talk about it. I just do it. I'm an active champion. So I'm putting it out there into the universe, into the ether that I want it in Auckland. But, I mean, I don't like too much free time, especially right now while I'm in the prime. So,
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
could fucking fight already.
Open Fight Island number 3 for a 3rd time. Fight Island 3rd time, maybe. But if not, maybe back in America somewhere. But it would be so awesome if it was in Auckland and I could do it on my home turf.
When we sat down on Wednesday, you'd mentioned.
Well, I don't want to get demonetized showing this whole thing right here, but as you can see, I'm going to watch it again, you know what I mean? I really like press conferences. But as you can see, that was the result of the fight, and that's the result of how he felt about the Vittori part 2 fight. And hopefully you had the chance to watch the fight. If you didn't, it's all over the internet. Obviously, it gets taken down after it's seen or whatever. But if you didn't watch the fight last night, you can watch it on the internet before it's taken down. But anyway, that was the result. I think Adesanya won dominantly. I think Diaz was did not look bad in his fight, but I think he really got dominated by Edwards. He did get dominated by Edwards. Let's be honest. I'm a Diaz fan, but Edwards dominated him through and through. But anyway, this is Black Shy Guy. For all those who opinionated about Victoria about to win that second fight, I see you guys, and you guys better comment about how you were wrong. All right. This is Black Shy Guy. Thanks for sitting at my table. I'm out of here. Peace.